Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So ever since Novak Djokovic's visa cancellation was quashed and overturned in a federal court in Victoria, there have been doubts about him being actually able to stay in the country, whether or not the Australian federal government, the immigration minister Alex Hawke, will actually go ahead and use his exclusive powers to still cancel his visa. And if Novak's visa is cancelled, that would mean that he would also not be able to re-enter Australia for up to 3 years. But now we've also got another issue, because it appears from social media posts that Novak Djokovic may have lied on his declaration form coming into Australia, which says you have to declare if you have travelled or if you have not travelled anywhere in the last 2 weeks. And it appears he may have actually done that when he said he didn't. So let's take a look at this article and some of the social media posts to determine what is going on. So on Sky News, it says social media posts suggest Djokovic may have lied about traveling in the 14 days prior to his arrival in Australia. In the latest twist to the Novak Djokovic visa saga, social media pictures suggest the world number one lied on his entry form about traveling before arriving in Australia. Novak Djokovic may have lied on his immigration form about his travel history prior to entering Australia, social media posts have indicated. The world number one appears to have made a false declaration on his immigration form saying he had not travelled in the 14 days prior to his arrival in Melbourne. The most recent addition to Djokovic's visa saga has come less than 24 hours after the Federal Circuit and Family Court quashed the decision to cancel his visa and ordered him to be released from immigration detention, which the judge ordered in my previous video you can check out. Now, let's go on. As part of the visa application process, travellers arriving in Australia are asked if they have travelled or will travel in the 14 days prior to your flight to Australia. The form warns that giving false or misleading information is a serious offence. You may also be liable to a civil penalty for giving false or misleading information. So if Novak Djokovic does have his visa cancelled, he will not be able to travel into Australia potentially for up to 3 years if the immigration minister determines that. But also, because of this form now, the government has maybe another incentive and another way that they can go after Novak Djokovic, because look at the penalty for giving false information on your declaration form. It says, if convicted, the maximum penalty for this offence is imprisonment for 12 months. So not just a detainment hotel, not just cancelling his visa and sending him back to wherever and not being allowed back into Australia for 3 years. He could potentially go to prison for a maximum of 12 months if the government decides that they want to pursue this. What a massive turnaround in just 24 hours. When Djokovic completed his form, he ticked no in response to the travel question, which appears to conflict with social media pictures. The 34-year-old arrived in Australia on January 4 from Spain with a stopover in Dubai, which would mean he would have to be in Spain from around 1:30 p.m. local time on December 22 to comply with the ban on traveling 2 weeks before arriving in Australia. However, despite claiming he did not travel in the 14 days, social media posts show Djokovic in Belgrade on December 25 with Benfica handball player Peter Djordjic. In another post from the Soto Tennis Academy in Soto Grande, southeast Spain, he was seen playing tennis on December 31. The social media posts indicate Djokovic lied on his entry forms, which would put the Serbian's visa status in danger. If we look at the social media post from Jose Morgado, who is a journalist with Record Portugal, tennis commentator on Sports TV Portugal, and he's also a tennis writer. He had this image, Novak Djokovic and Benfica's handball player, Peter Djordjic, in Belgrade today. So that's the image there. Key thing to note is the date on this, December 25th. So that would mean that he was not in Spain when he was supposed to be, which would mean he would have had to stay in Spain from December 22nd all the way up to the time he came to Australia on January 4. But this appears to show that he was in Belgrade around Christmas time. So there's an issue there, and then some people have actually posted that link now just under this tweet. So it'll be interesting to see if he responds. And then you've got the other one from that tennis academy, which says they saw Novak December 31st while he was training. After these photos, it's a bit tough for him now, because if it is determined that he's lied on these forms, he could be facing a maximum jail term prison sentence of 12 months. Then we also have, there's still a chance that the Serbian tennis star could be deported, with counsel representing the Ministry for Home Affairs revealing that Immigration Minister Alex Hawke, who I've showed in previous videos, was considering using a personal power to cancel his visa, which is still on the table. If Minister Hawke does exercise his power to cancel Djokovic's visa, it will mean he'll be banned from entering Australia for up to 3 years. It's going to be very interesting what the federal government of Australia wants to pursue. If they want to pursue the visa cancellation so he can't come back for 3 years, or if they're going to actually go for this one and try and get him the maximum penalty, imprisonment for 12 months for failing to fill out his immigration declaration properly. So this could be bad for Novak Djokovic, but it's going to be interesting to see what the next day or two, what the Australian government wants to actually pursue. So hopefully we do get to see him play in the Australian Open, but after this, I don't know. It's all up in the air now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this video out there, and I'll see you in the next one.